everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing another makeup look on mature skin. It's going to be a little bit more simple than the ones before. So the first step I always like to do on any skin, but especially any skin with texture, is go in with the Neogen Bio Pads. These actually help to chemically and physically exfoliate the skin, so get off any dead skin cells, help brighten the skin, and really helps to prep for makeup. Then I like to go in with the Hourglass number 28 primer. This is a very hydrating primer. It has 28 oils in it between essential and just other good stuff for your face kind of oils. So this is just the first step. I go ahead and let that sink in and I move into the eyes. First thing I'm doing is priming with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. This is going to help the eyeshadow stick to your makeup and make it last a lot longer throughout the day. And then I'm going in with the Tartelette palette. That's what I'm using for the eyes today. It's an all matte palette. First thing I do is go in with just the lighter shades to set the primer to make sure it's not sticky, and then I'm going in with a mixture of these colors into the crease. I end up switching to a little smaller brush, and I do zoom you guys in just a second here. But the trick with hooded eyes like my mom has, which is very typical in mature skin, is you have to go in more of a straight line across the crease, not bringing it too far in as I'm showing you here, and not kind of curving it with the crease. This way when you open your eyes, you'll be able to see that color, as opposed to keeping it in the crease. When you open your eye, you don't actually see crease. So I'm just going in with a kind of taupey brown shade, and then I'm going in deepening up the crease with a little bit of a bigger brush and fluffier brush, so it's not going to be too intense. I'm keeping this on the outer half of the eye. It's going to add just enough definition without making it too sultry and like way too much for your eyes, and it's just enough, you know. It's like a nice simple look to go with really any makeup or any outfit. So I just go in, pack that on, and then blend it out with the brush I was using previously, which is just smaller. Now I'm going in with these lighter shades here and packing this like really heavily on the inner half of the eye. It's really going to help open up the eye and brighten it, so when her eyes are open, you can kind of see it all. You'll see when she opens her eyes. Then I go in again and blend with just a smaller blending brush. Now one of my favorite foundations for mature skin is the Urban Decay Naked Skin. It's a it's actually a water-based foundation, so it's really thin and lightweight. It goes over any texture beautifully. It lasts amazing throughout horse shows. And you can actually build the coverage. So like on myself, through my breakouts and whatnot, I like to use more of a thick layer to cover more things. But a thin layer does the job on mature skin. Now I'm going in with the NYX color corrector just under her eyes. It's a peachy tone that will help counteract the darkness under her eyes. My poor mother does have a little bit of darkness under her eyes, so going in with a peach color will counteract that. And then I go in with the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer. This is going to help kind of balance that color, make it more skin tone as opposed to that peachy tone, and just help to conceal all those spots a little bit better. Now I'm setting all of that with a thin layer of the Mercier translucent powder. You definitely want to set your under eyes. I know a lot of mature skin clients get really nervous about putting powders on any texture or fine lines or wrinkles, but you have to set it, otherwise it will crease. So I'm putting that under the eyes and then down her smile lines along the sides of her mouth. And then I'm taking the Mercier, oh my gosh, I don't remember, it's a Candleglow powder, that's what it is. So it's a really, really lightweight powder. It has just a little bit of a sheen, so it's not going to make you look matte and dry. It's not going to accentuate any fine lines. This is the perfect powder for any like aged skin. Now I'm going in, again, a lot of mature clients do have really sparse brows, so I use the Hourglass Brow Sculpting Pencil. This is amazing. It's a very creamy, pigmented formula, but it's very easy to use since it's in this pencil form. It is really pricey, so an alternative is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist. I think it's like the Define pencil. I'll link it down below in the description along with everything else that I'm using. I'll put like a list of what I'm using. But this is actually waterproof, so it lasts really well throughout the day on mature skin or just any skin really. It's a great pencil. Then I'm going in with some concealer just to kind of redefine the brows. Now for eyeliner, if I ever do it on mature skin, I really just use like a dark brown or a dark color, not really black. And I never really do winged eyeliner on mature skin just because it tends to bring the eyes downward, especially with like hooded eyes like my mother. So I just put a really thin line of it on the outer half of the eye, and then a very little bit just on a brush on the lower lash line. Now I'm taking another dark eyeshadow from the Tartelette palette and just putting just a little bit on the lower lash line. You don't want to go too heavy because this is going to make those dark circles that we covered like stand out more if we go in with too many dark colors, if you know what I'm saying. Now I'm going in with the Trestique. It's a cream highlighter. So the trick with highlighters, a lot of them can be very sparkly and you don't want that on any texture. So stay away from those. The cream ones are great, and then I'm just topping it with the Too Faced highlighter put the link to what color this is. I don't remember exactly, but these ones aren't very intense, so it's just enough to like add a little glow. And then I'm going in with the Givenchy Bronzer. These are also great on mature skin. They're just very, very finely milled, so they give you a nice glow without making you look like you're wearing a ton of powder or anything like that. And lastly, I'm just taking a mixture of blushes from a NARS palette. I'm literally just mixing them all together. This gives you just a little bit of a sheen. You can also use cream blush, which will look great on mature skin as well, but these ones work out really well also. Then I'm going in with the Tarte Reinforced to the Sea lipstick. Again, I will link the color down in the description, but these are perfect. They're super pigmented, very comfortable to wear, and I like to use any like neutral colors on mature skin, or really any look, but especially on mature skin, I kind of stay in the rose or like neutral brown color kind of range. So these are perfect. Lastly, for mascara, I'm going in with the MAC Extended Play Gigablack Lash Mascara. This stuff is super waterproof, so it's great if you have any, like you usually smudge your mascara. My mom always has that problem, so that's why I go in with this one. And that's pretty much it. I go in with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray just to lock everything in place, and throughout the day you can use this over top of your makeup as it kind of wears down throughout the horse show. This will bring it back to life. So that's pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions, please leave them down in the comments. Let me know what other looks you guys want to see. And other than that, I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.